Hey guys, so we're back with another ace submission. This is the one, if you've been watching the previous videos, that Teng took a part of. 21 piece cards, 30 Pokemon cards. Um, Not really sure. We did the simple submission, so I'm not really sure what order they did it in necessarily. So, might be One Piece first, might be Pokemon first, might be mixed up. I did package when sending it to them, the One Piece separate from the Pokemon. So I would think that it's gonna be either all One Piece and then all one Pokemon, or all one Pokemon and then all One Piece. So we'll find out. Um, this return came back a lot better than the last. We had no green customs tapes. The package looked nice. Didn't really get battered around, so no concerns there. This submission does have just the one little piece of scotch tape like the last one did. So I don't know if he's changed that up, but we'll see. No biggie though. Boxes are closed, boxes are sealed, so all good. So we'll get into it right away. We'll do it as we have been, one at a time. Start from one side, work our way to the other. Let me move this one back a little bit here. Okay, so I got it. This is new. Nice little extra thing here for Ace. We haven't seen one of these yet. Tell us what you think. Earn 15 pounds grading credit. You can get some extras for doing some reviews and stuff. How to redeem it. All that good jazz. So same thing front and back. So that's new. Might have to take advantage of that. Uh, we'll go left to right on these. Usually we go right. I think we've been going right to left, but we'll go left to right. It's far enough back. We're not gonna spoil anything here. So for this box, we're gonna start with the Oricorio promo from the new Charizard UPC. Um, just got a UPC from Benji at BB Sports. We worked a little trade for some of my old sports cards. Got a UPC for it, so I thought these promos were cool when I sent them in. So with the Oricorio, we get the 10. Very nice label matching the card and everything, just like we liked. So we do Ace. Nice quality. Beautiful label. Starting off smoking hot on the 10s. Second card. Also Charizard promo from the UPC. Nice label to that one. And we get an 8 on that one. It's actually really surprising because all the promos came in the same little package. They all look pretty good. So I think we're going to have to hit the QR code on that one, see why we got an 8 on that one. I imagine Surface. And this is the um, Charizard from Phantasmal Flames, the full art. We were lucky enough to pull this out of the UPC to go with the promos, so that was pretty amazing. So for this one we get the 10. So not really sure what happened there with the other promo. Maybe because it was the front one and the Oricorio was better protected behind it. Maybe it's the surface, not quite sure, but we'll have to hit that QR code and find out what's up with that. We have Charizard GX, just a regular one from Hidden Fates from the beginning of the set. And we get the Mint 9 on the Charizard GX. Been sending a few, as you see. The GXs are kind of hard for me to judge with that black line around the border as to whether or not the centering is good. Here we got a Dark Typhlosion from Neo Destiny. So this is the one card I believe that's in there. The grade does not matter to me. Just one of the moments cards I want to get signed by a certain person. His name's John. See if he comes to our show at some point. So I'll have to keep this one on me. I want to get it signed by him. Well, just one of them meaningful moments to me. And we get a 3, a good 3 on this one. That is going to be the lowest grade I've ever gotten from Ace. We knew it wasn't gonna 10. That was never a question. This is just more about the moment that's attached to it and getting it signed by him, putting it in the PC for um, ourselves and just like solidifying that moment. And now we have some One Piece. We have a Charlotte Flampe from the 2024 Royal Blood. It's in Japanese, and that is a 10. So we are gonna put the One Piece off to this side because, like we said, the One Piece are Teng, so we don't want to mix them up with the Pokemon. Here we got a Gear 2 parallel from 2025, a Fist of Divine Speed. So Gear 2 is a 10. Really like how the label keeps with the card. The white smoke just kind of continues on. I really do like the way Ace looks with One Piece cards and stuff. Um, we got Nami, OPO2 from 2024 Paramount War. We got a 10 on the Nami. And like I was saying, so like I like the One Piece cards. They look really cool, and I like how the label goes. But I know these aren't One Piece. The cards that sends in, are not the easiest cards to pull. That's kind of what keeps me away from trying to grade One Piece and having a One Piece collection of myself. It's just I just know what Ting gets into to get this kind of stuff, and I just can't do it. Pokemon's my number one love, so I gotta stay with that. Um, here we have a Romance Dawn Nami from 2023 from the gift collection, and we get a 10 on that one. And then again, just with the way it continues up and the smoke goes up the side, beautiful card with a beautiful label. I'm sure Ting will be more than happy to get 10s on the Nami cards. Here we got another Nami from OP11, it looks like, 2025, a Fist of Divine Speed. And Ting gets a 10 again, so Ting is on fire. Um, he is killing it on the One Piece cards here. I don't know if that's all, pulled or he's buying and looking really good, or here we got a Boa Hancock from OP01, the 2023 Kingdoms of Intrigue. A beautiful card, and he gets a 10 again. Ting is Ting is Ting is unstoppable. He really knows how to pick his cards, that's for sure. I mean, we do pretty well on the 10s too, but this is crazy. We got a Yamato from OP13, 2025, carrying on his will, and he gets a 10 again. Absolutely beautiful card. Another One Piece. Another 10. Here we have a Sugar, OP04. It's the 2024 Wings of the Captain. And Ting gets a 10 again. Another beautiful looking card. Another beautiful looking slab with a beautiful looking label. I don't even. I mean, I give her a shot. Don Quixote de Flamigo, I believe. It's 2024 500 years into the future. And we get 10 on that one again. So either Ting's got a really good eye or Ting's got a really lucky hand. Or maybe a little bit of both. Here we got Edward Newgate from 2025 Royal Blood. Very cool looking card. A party going on the ship. A lot of popular characters that I recognize as well. He gets a 10. Move the thumb. You see the mask go up. That's nice. Barrels exploding in the label. Very cool label. Very awesome card. Here we got a Shiroshi from 2025 of Fist of Divine Speed. And he gets an 8. So breaking our 10 streak there. Still a beautiful card. Sure, we're definitely going to hit this. If you guys can get it in the video, hit the QR code. You can kind of see the subgrades as to why this card got an 8 and stop the 10 streak on Teng. Here we got a nice looking Sanji. Sanji's one of my favorites. This is from 2025 Fist of Divine Speed. And he's back on the 10 train. This one's kind of nice because it looks like it kind of restarts the card over. I like this label. It looks like the bottom like just kind of extended up like there's another card coming to you with the same kind of background. So that's pretty cool. Nice 10. Here we got Isho, 2024, 500 years into the future. And he hits a 10 again. I really like this card too. There's no borders to it or nothing. The building just goes right off the card and continues up into the label. Very cool looking card there too. Don't know a whole lot about One Piece other than obviously the big main characters are probably worth the most as in anything else. Here we got a Charlotte Pudding from 2024 Two Legends. And he gets an 8 on the Charlotte. So very good, nice looking card. Some I might eventually go into. I know One Piece is getting kind of hot like Pokemon was too, so it makes it a little bit hard, but definitely something. I really like these. Here we got a Uda from 2023 Awakening of the New Era, and he gets a 10 again. I really like the live action One Piece. A handful of episodes into the anime, but there's a lot of it to watch. Got a Tashigi from 2024 Two Legends. That also gets a 10. Teng, out of his 20 cards, he's only got 2 8s so far. I don't know how many 10s we got here, but the stack's getting pretty ridiculously tall, so it's going to be a good amount. We got a Monkey D. Dragon from the 2024 Emperors in the New World. And he gets a 10 on that as well. Teng is going to be just absolutely stoked. I can't wait to get these to him. He's going to be like a little kid in a candy store again. Here we got a Kaido from 2023 Awakening of the New Era. And he gets the 10 again. Imagine we gotta be near the end of the One Piece here coming up. Divine Departure from 2025 Royal Blood. And he gets a 10 again. This card is pretty amazing. I like the way it extends up again. Nice shine to it and everything. You get it in the different lights and you get the little reflections from the red too. Very cool looking card. It's kind of making me want to get into One Piece. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it's crazy. You get really good grades. I mean, this is almost like grading Japanese Pokemon at this point. 2024 Wings of the Captain, we got a Perona parallel. And he gets another 10. So we had what? We have 4 cards, right? No, we had 5. We have 5 Pokemon to start the video off. So that would mean we got 20 One Piece. So that should be all the One Piece. Got you guys a little off camera here. I'll turn this a little bit. So you got 2 8s and 18 10s out of 20 cards. Um, that's amazing. I'm happy for Teng. I know he's gonna be super happy when he gets them back in his hand. He's just gonna be absolutely thrilled. No doubt about that. So we'll push these back. Actually, just put the 2 8s right back on top of the 10s. That whole stack going back to Teng. Probably be seeing them tomorrow at the KI Center. Asia and I are doing the show at the KI Center in Green Bay again. So I'm sure we'll probably be getting them to him right away tomorrow. So hopefully he's got a way to safely take them home. That's a lot of cards too. Alright, and go into this box. So this box should be the rest of our Pokemon. We should have 25 of them here. Let's go right to the left, like we have been. And for our first card out of this box, we got the Full Art Mega Lucario. Very nice looking. From the newer Mega Evolution set. And we get a 10 on the Mega Lucario. So as you guys know in this video, we keep an eye out for stuff that we want to put in the PC. Mega Charizard full art, a Mega Lucario. I mean, it makes it real hard not to PC these cards. We got Shiny Mew from Paldea Fates. And we get the 9 on the Mew. Nice little label, matches the background, still cool looking. But we get the 9 for that one. Gengar, Mega Gengar EX. Now, this is our third submission in a row grading this card. We always hope for the 10, but first submission, we got the 10. That went in the PC. Second submission, we got the 10 again. We ended up taking that. It stayed in the case behind the table because we were waiting for Devin so that he could look at the cards first, being our main Ace guy, and we know how much he loves Ace. But I did have a guy who loved the Ace cards, but he's a huge Gengar fan, and specifically asked if I had any Gengars that were Ace graded. So I did let him know that I had one in the showcase behind the table. It wasn't anything crazy. It was just a regular, one of the newer Mega Gengar EXs. It wasn't like a Prime or anything like that, but it was a 10. He ended up picking it up from us right away. So we threw one in each submission. In the last 3 submissions, we got 2 10s, and for the third one, we get the 10 again. We are unstoppable on this card. This Mega Gengar, we got an eye for these. That's 3 submissions, 3 Gengars, 3 10s. So might be looking to send some more of those. Never bad to have some graded Gengars, that's for sure. Here we got a World's Pikachu promo, 2024, Black Star. And we get a 9 on the promo from Worlds. Not really quite sure. I think these are ones that kind of come almost like in one of them little cellophane packs too, like the promos do in the ETBs and stuff like that. So I'm sure it probably has a chance to bump around. You can check it out and see what happened when we got the 9. But we got a full art Pikachu from Surgeon Sparks, and we get the 10 on the full art Pikachu. So that's nice. I've been noticing a lot, and I noticed from the last submission too. I don't know why. It's not intentional that I grade so many Pikachus. It just happens to be Pikachu. Just happens to be one that I get them a lot. I get a lot of different Pikachu cards, and a lot of them they look really cool. So you gotta send them. I mean, we're gonna try to get a variety of Pokemon so people can kind of see, their favorite Pokemon in an Ace graded label. So that's what we were kind of trying to do, but for some reason, we keep gravitating back towards Pikachu cards. Here we just got a regular Umbreon EX from Prismatic Evolutions. And we get the 10 on the Umbreon from Prismatic. Just a regular EX. Again, kind of the focus of the 2 big 50 card submissions was to get some lower cards to make our Ace cards a little more affordable. Now we got the Sylveon, just the regular EX from Surgeon Sparks. And that gets a 9. That's unfortunate. That would have been a little cool to have matching 10s with Sylveon and Umbreon, but hey, it's an Ace label. Looks amazing. I think in the corner here looks a little rough, so a little down here, so maybe it's just the corners. Ace, you can get 1 9 as long as it's not centering and still have it be a 10. But if you get 2 9s, it drops it down to a 9 then. However, if you get the 10 centering, 10 inches, 10 service, but 8 corners, that'll also still drop it to a 9, or even if it's the edges or surface as well. So maybe hit that one. I have a feeling that one might be just corners. Might have got like an 8 on the corners and 10 everything else. Here's the Espeon, regular EX from Prismatic Evolutions. And we get the 9 on the Espeon. Here again, got little things in the corners, but I imagine that this one's got to be probably corners and edges, something to that effect. So not doing as hot so far as we did the last mission, but we got a Leafeon Black Star promo GX from Sun and Moon. It's the Evolution Celebration 10, 2018, and we get the 9 on that as well. So not doing too crazy with our evolutions, but nines are still good. We still like nines. I mean, this one could be all centering to be honest with you because, like I said, this black line that goes around the whole border, it just makes it so tough. Unless it's like blatantly on the edge of the card, you really can't. It's hard to judge the centering on the GX cards. Here we have another one, but this time it's the Leafeon GX from Ultra Prism. It's not promo. And that one we get a 10. We get a 10. So we're not doing, looks like we're not really doing the hot on the promos this time. That's okay. I mean, we got some 10s, so as long as you get some, I'll just take a 10. Hisuian Growlithe from Twilight Masquerade. I believe it was 2 submissions ago we tried this one, and we got a 9 on that. So fun fact about these last 3 submissions that I posted up for you. We had the first submission of the channel is the smallest, but we did a faster turnaround. So it was sent out last, but came back first. Now the submission that we're going through here was the one that was sent out first, but it came out last, even though it was sent on the same tier as the previous 50 card submission that was all ours. So a little weird thing happening around with the timing and whatnot, but I believe this was in the first submission that we put up on the channel that was smaller and had a faster turnaround, and I'm pretty sure we got a 9 on that if I remember correctly. This time we get a 9 as well. So this one we'll want to definitely check out and see why we're having so much trouble with 10 in the Growlithe. Quite honestly, if we can get it down, I would love to pair it with a pairing and get it serial number consecutive. I mean, it's not a big deal to me, but it's kind of a cool thing to have. I know some people like specifically look for that. Here we got Inteleon Mega Evolution Illustration Rare. I do believe we 10 this twice in the last submission, and I PC'd one, and I still have one that's available. I do have it kind of separated off because I kind of want to keep them both. So this one we end up getting the 10 as well. So some cards we are just having some crazy luck. You send a few of them hoping to get a 10 out of a bunch of them, and we're getting 10s on all of them, and then some of them we send and getting the lower grades on them. We got a Zeraora Illustration Rare from Stellar Crown. We have tried this one in the past. I believe we got an 8 on it. It was actually an A submission before I started the YouTube channel. So that one won't be on video, but I do believe we had one of these from one of my earlier submissions before I was even doing YouTube, and we got the 8. So this one we get a 9. So a little bit of a step up there on the Zeraora. I already knew this was cool. Like I said, we've had it before, so just trying to get the 10. And now I'm seeing here in the light we got a nice print line right down the card, so definitely guessing that we got a 9 on the surface at minimum. So didn't catch that before it went out, but that's alright. Always like having more ace cards. Here we got the Koraidon SIR from Scarlet and Violet base. Want to get some of them. We've been doing good with the SIRs, so want to try to get some of them out. Something cooler. And we get the 10 on the Koraidon. Like I said, we've been doing really good with the SIRs for some reason, so I just send some SIRs all the time, and they really add to the look of it. Here we got a Mawile special art from Silver Tempest. This one definitely, it's one of my favorite Mawile cards. Like I'm not a huge Mawile fan, but I really do like this card, and I know a lot of people tend to like Mawile and stuff like that. So not quite as much as like Mimikyu or but I wanted to get, like I said, we were kind of focusing on a little bit of variety of different Pokemon and stuff too. So, and this one we get a mint 9 on. So that'd be a nice little card for add somebody's collection. It just continues the sky up, a couple of leaves and stuff going up. Sounds pretty cool. I'm doing pretty even on 10s and 9s. So I got a gold Garchomp from Paradox Rift, the gold EX Hyper Rare, and we get the 9 on the gold Garchomp. That would have been a cool one to get a 10 on, but I have to see. Have to check that one out. I'm sure that one's got to be two nines on some corners and sides, or corners and edges or something. Here we have just a regular VMAX Rayquaza from Crown Zenith. Not an easy card for us to keep around. Usually when we get one of these, we put it in the binder and it goes straight away. And we get the Gem Mint 10 on it. So that's definitely cool. Um, the 10 Rayquaza is nothing to sneeze at, that's for sure. Kind of like how the background continues on with like the airflow and stuff like that that they illustrated on there. So Rayquaza evens us back up. Here we got a Blaziken Remax, same kind of thing, just different colors, the little airflow and stuff like that follows the Rayquaza. We get the Jedman 10 on the Blaziken Remax, so that's pretty cool. I'm doing alright with VMAXs. That's kind of why we want to do it on the lower tier, some more of the basic cards, keep the cost low, stuff like that. Yeah, Eevee character rare from VMAX Climax, Japanese. Um, so got a continuation up. And Genmin 10 on the Japanese card, no surprise. Nice little Eevee character rare. So kind of cool on Ascendant. Here we got a Misty's Wish from the 1998 Leader Stadium, Japanese. This card again is kind of a basic one. It's a card that I had around for quite a while. It was old. It looked really good. I don't quite know if we get a shot at a 10 on it, but it was looking pretty nice. So I wanted to try get a little Japanese vintage at a good grade. And we did that. We definitely did that. We got a Gem Mint 10 on it. So 1998. I mean, I know it's a trainer's card, but it's Misty and yeah, it's a very beautiful, beautiful looking vintage Japanese card, that's for sure. So definitely wanted to take a shot on it, and it definitely worked out for us. Here we got a Misty Psyduck from Heatwave Arena, Japanese. I do believe I sent these back to back, so if I'm not mistaken, I believe the next card will be Misty's Lapras. So that'd be cool to pair them up. And we get the Gem Mint 10. Not really any surprise there. Japanese cards usually grade very well. So hopefully the next one I believe will be the Misty's Lapras in Japanese and hopefully be a 10 as well. And it is the Misty's Lapras from Heatwave Arena, Japanese. And we get the 10 on that as well. So we do have, for those who would be interested in consecutive serial numbers, the Misty Psyduck and the Misty's Lapras from the same set. Tree continues up, Pond continues on with rocks. So those are definitely cool. Nice little extra thing for the people that appreciate that kind of thing. Here we got the Magneton from Supercharged Breaker, Japanese. Last submission we tried a English one and it got a 9, if I remember correctly. So I kind of wanted to test the theory on it because I've been asked specifically for this card just because of the label alone, because Ace is kind of known for this. It was one of their first big cards that people paid attention to because of the label, because of this card. And I believe we got a 9 on the English, and I figure we got a Japanese, we should send it too, because Japanese usually grades better than English. And we actually got an 8, so very surprising there. I never really saw anything too wrong with this card, so I'm guessing it's going to be something kind of crazy. Um, Probably surface, I would imagine, had to have played a part in that somehow. Print lines that I didn't catch or something of that sort, but I'll have to check her out. Only our second ace, so out of basically 29 cards, we got 2 8s, 9s, and more 10s, so hopefully we can finish her off strong here. We got a Ghastly Japanese from Wild Force. I believe it was Temporal Forces, this one was in English. Um, that one kind of shot up in English, so we did manage, I believe, at one point opened a whole case of Wild Force. It's a set that I'm trying to master, and I'm only a few cards away, I believe, because I do try to master some Japanese sets too. So um, we got one in our master set for Temporal Forces, I believe, but It's not a card I see often in English, so to have it in Japanese, I figured we'd give her a shot. And you get the Gen Mint 10, so very very cool card. It's got a little Meowth, it's got a bunch of Hunters, Gengars, and other Ghastlies in the background and stuff too. So I have a feeling that this one's gonna be a very paid attention to card on the tables and stuff like that. So I'll definitely probably grab some attention. A lot of people probably like that one. And our last card of the submission is Reshiram from Shiny Star V, the Amazing Rare. This one I sent because Asia was interested and wanted to see what the labels will look like for Amazing Rares. I believe it's one of his goals to get all the Amazing Rares in English graded consecutively by serial number in a 10. Now, whether or not he wants to do that with Ace, I don't know, or PSA. He did mention that it'd be cool with the labels to do, so maybe he's looking to do with Ace. Maybe he wants to do PSA. Not quite sure, but we wanted to get an Amazing Rare in there. So I went Japanese for a better grade too. Um, we didn't really have a lot of Amazing Rares for English, and the ones that we did have didn't think they would grade tens necessarily. So I wanted, if I was gonna send an Amazing Rare, I wanted to send a Japanese one because I wanted what I feel would be like a better shot at a 10, and we did get the 10. So yeah, I just the Japanese quality plus the Amazing Rares I think look so much more amazing in Japanese too because yeah, the English one's got like the sparkle to it. I don't know if the camera's catching it necessarily right as I'm explaining it. So the English ones kind of sparkle the same as the Japanese is the way I can see it right now. But then as I move in the light, there's like a swirl pattern, like you're going into a vortex. And I don't feel that that happens on the English cards. I could be wrong, but I I feel like it grabbed my attention on Japanese and it doesn't grab my attention on English. So, but Japanese cards have been known to have better textures and everything too. So pretty confident that English ones don't do that. But yeah, so that's our 50 card submission that we hit that Teng wanted to get on as well. Teng did amazing, 18 tens out of 20 cards. So that's pretty insane. Um, this one we knew we weren't three, so kind of like don't really want to count it towards our total because we knew it was gonna be a bad grade. It's about the moment. It's not about the grade. It's about getting it encapsulated and getting it signed. We get two eights, and we got the nines here. That's 3, 6, 9, and 10. So if we're going 29 and 12, that should mean we have 17 tens out of 29 cards that we were shooting for a 10. We got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and 17. 17 tens out of 29 cards that we were trying to get a 10 on. So over 50% again. 50% is kind of okay with me because I don't mind having nines one bit. Um, so we did probably a little bit worse, I would say, if you put it into a percentage than the last submission. We were working with more cards, so maybe that's why maybe felt a little bit better get so many tens. But yeah, um, now comes the hard part: what stays PC and what we're willing to put out. So, you guys see anything here? We'll have them with us. Not quite sure. We got more graded cards now than ever. Of course, all ace. So we are working on some other showcases with a guy locally, custom showcases. So we'll probably customize them a little bit more after we get them. But um, trying to do some new things to table, freshen it up. We got more cards than ever now. Was not able to get a vendor table, unfortunately, at Collecticon in Chicago. So that was kind of the idea, get some Ace cards to go to Collecticon with. So now that that's not gonna happen, we will still be going. I believe it's gonna be Becky and her husband Jared and myself. So we'll be attending. We'll be looking for some deals and stuff like that. So we're still gonna go. We're still gonna check her out. Still see some amazing stuff. But we were kind of looking towards vending, and just it was not in the cards for us. So uh, just had a computer error and kind of got past us within seconds. Not really an easy thing to do. So but yeah. So I'll be going through these. Should be somewhat available at the KI right away tomorrow. And not quite sure what Teng's gonna do with his stack here. If that's all PC or what. But um, yeah, that's our 50 card submission with Teng. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment. Always looking for you know input. It's things you guys want to see. Subscribe if you could. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.